Hello everyone, welcome to the full run-through of Lumorux Texture Studio, our professional grade texture ripping, editing, and PBR map export tool. This app is designed for game developers, texture artists, and anyone who needs to wrap texture from source images and generate production-ready materials, maps, or AI images. First of all, you can see the main windows, and the left one is the workspace. Explorer is managing the files, browser, the gallery. You can select this, and the middle one is the image preview. Then you can depend it library. You can just select this one to really quickly to do your color designs. And this is production labs, you can change it really quickly. And yeah, and default settings, you can enable the grain density. Yeah, you can, I think you can see it, and you can pixelize, you can burn it, band it, band it, how many planets you want to band. Yeah, and here is the simple background if you have a background. And here is the replace the colors. You can just replace it colors you want. Yeah, if you want to pick it and pick it right there and click OK. I want it to be it to blue. You can set it tolerance. Yeah, here. And here is the emission colors, and like, and if you want to do the emission colors, and you can just refill it, and you can add the colors you want. And yeah, addition colors you can find out. And I want to talk to tolerance about 100 and to make it perfect. And this the rename, and it's according to code, and kept native and resampling. um, you can click all of this PBR mapping AO imperfection, create folders, and you can just paste it to the dimension this folder and click OK. Click single click, it's really quick, and you can find out the map already be there, and you can just use it to the punch file, and you can do the multiple files to the same. And you can find here's already export to the map like this, cardboard. Yeah, and dolly. Yeah, and this is the grip chop settings, and when I use it, maybe here, okay, it's 3, 4, you chop it, and okay, top, bottom, right there, okay, and we're going back to low poly, and to generate all the separate systems. And here is a UV map. Let me change it back to the reset. And here is the UV mapping matching, and I will do the really quick one for samples. Um, and you can really quick to do the roughness and here, and I will just click immediately and click folders UV. Okay, just saying resampling before export. Okay, and we're going back to the test to test map, and test one, cardboard maps, and you can find out the maps is right there. Also here I will have AI prompt helper is a wildcard, and if you find walking to the, you can keep generate the prompt here. If you want to change you can type scene. You can find out the mountain is according to this wildcard. Of course, you can add the name right there, and you can also add the wildcard name. Click the object, style, and you can do it very quickly. And here is the platform, and you can really quick to just copy it and paste it. Yeah. And here is a prompt guideline, and you can click the desired guideline right there, very quick for the samples. And here's the UV map helper, and you can find out when you select the object here, and you can open the browser and click the copy images and copy prompt, and just single click right there, and just waiting the creation. After that, you can find out the UV map right there, and you can just paste it right there, and browser where you want to export, and click export. And going back to tutorials, you can find the result AI UV is right there. So it was really helpful for generating the UV mapping, and I have another tools is removing the background. So what does that mean is so I have an access object here. You can see there's a gray background around that. So I can just add the all of these. We just pick 4. You can select the output format, and I will select both to combine to more. And enable element says, oh yeah, okay. It also have a delimiter filters, and you can select where you want to paste it, and just say background test 1, and select folders, and just click process all. And you can find out he's processing, and I think it's a really good tools to do it. But I think it's before you do the assessment. So I think the first time you use it, you should use the AI background removal first. So it's more easier. And after you find out the 100%, you can just export it in photos. Successful, save the 8 files. Okay, and we're going back to background testing, and you can find out the background has been removed, and I have another generated the low background alpha right there. Yeah, and here is the announcement, and you can check it my website to when I update and what I'm going to create. And you can have a Discord to join the community discuss something you want to do and report about is also fine. And here is the credit. Yeah, that's it. I also created the additional Blender add-on for Lumorux Texture Studio, and you just have to create an object and node PBR texture and select all of the texture map generated from Lumorux, and you can just select. You can find out the shader have them sorting out and collect all of the suitable location. And you can do the UV editor first and just make it really quick. And here's the presets on the menu, and you can do the metal and roughly, and I do the stand first, and you can quickly to do the saturation, brighter, yeah, and you can do RGB curve, but it should be shown out in showing on the shader editor, and you can just going back to here, you can just change it to curve. So I just close it, and here should be mentioned that I have the add the displacement, and currently is the bottom low, and if you want to do the displacement, you have to do subdivide and just do true, and you can see the depth already happened, and you have to adjust the map right there, and you can have a preview depth map immediately. So just choose what you think is the best one, and yeah, and here is the high map and high B, and you can just change it really closely, and I think it's the best one. And you can choose the depth allocation, so just choose what you think is the best one, and I think the constant one will be more sharp, and just depends the situation, and I think can be much lower. And here's the outside field, and if you want to do the alpha, and you can after that you can just create a displacement modifier, and you can find out and you can just apply it, and you can see the texture already right there, and other things could be fine.